Ready to see your top 5 picks for most missed animatronics? Surprisingly, the #1 animatronic is not even retired. Come with us and let's take a look at the animatronics you voted for. Number 5. Even if you love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you can't deny that closing the Great Movie Ride was a wrong move. This ride opened along with Hollywood Studios on May 1st, 1989. It took us through many scenes of iconic Hollywood movies. The first part were musicals like Singin' in the Rain and Mary Poppins. Next came gangster films like Public Enemy. We could also see westerns where Clint Eastwood and John Wayne appeared. There were so many movies represented in this ride, like Alien, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Tarzan the Ape Man, Casablanca, and Fantasia. But one of guests' favorite scenes was Munchkinland from The Wizard of Oz. Here, Munchkins started to appear from various places and sang as they welcomed us to their home. Suddenly, smoke rose from the ground and an animatronic Wicked Witch of the West appeared, asking who had killed her sister. This animatronic was replaced sometime after the ride opened by a newer design that used Sarcos technology. This new tech could give animatronics many more movement possibilities than the original limited animation figure designs. As a result, the Wicked Witch became one of the most lifelike and scary of all the attraction, which made it one of the most beloved, of course. It is so sad to think that this attraction was closed, and we hope that many of these animatronics were reused or stored in the Walt Disney Archives, where many animatronics are displayed on rotation every few months. Number 4. Another animatronic that came out of the Fantastic Living Characters initiative. Back in 2009, Disney decided to open a new experience called Bon Appetit from Chef Remy. During this experience, guests could enjoy Remy's presence 6 days a week with 4 presentations a day. A maitre d' greeted diners with a rolling gourmet food cart. Dramatically lifting the lid from a silver-domed cheese platter, they revealed the guest of honor. A 6-inch tall animatronic Remy with silky soft fur, pink paws, and a traditional chef hat. Chef Remy then came to life, entertaining diners with energetic movements and lively banter. Winding their way through the restaurant, Remy and his maitre d' pal made stops at each table. In addition to his hijinks, Chef Remy might even bust a move to the beat of different tunes, from the soft sway of a French love song to the hot sounds of hip-hop. The 40-minute experience provided guests with an up-close encounter with the Ratatouille star as he laughed, sniffled, and even played with his new friends. At the time of its creation, Remy was the smallest animatronic Disney had ever built, and he had made his debut at Walt Disney Studios Park in the Disneyland Paris resort. Unfortunately, this experience is no longer available. His last presentation was on October 24, 2013. Chef Remy, we miss you. Please come back. Number 3. Another animatronic that came out of the Fantastic Living Characters initiative. This initiative gave life to Lucky the Dinosaur, the first ever animatronic to walk independently. Until that moment, Disney's animatronics could sing, talk, move, and even duel with swords, but they could not walk. But then came Lucky. Imagineers spent 5 long years creating this amazing animatronic. Lucky walks on 2 legs, stands approximately at 9 feet tall and 12 feet long, and pulls a cart of flowers that powers the animatronic. He loves people and balloons and signs autographs. His signature is a 4-leaf clover. Lucky can laugh, sneeze, snort, grin, bray, bellow, and occasionally get hiccups, and is led by Chandler, the dinosaur handler. His first appearance was at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles on August 28, 2003. A few days later, he visited Disney California Adventure Park. Since Lucky was only playtesting, he returned to his home at Walt Disney Imagineering. His official debut was in 2005 when he was taken to Animal Kingdom. After a while, he was taken to Hong Kong Disneyland. As of August 2015, Lucky is at his final home of Walt Disney Imagineering. He could be seen meeting visitors who visited the Backstage Magic Tour with Adventures by Disney, but we're not sure if this is still. Number 2. You might have heard that Push the Talking Trash Can is back, but in a moment, you'll see why this animatronic is still part of this list. For those who might not know, Push was a radio-controlled animatronic that appeared in several Disney parks. This animatronic appeared at Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Disney World. This animatronic used to roam around the parks, interacting with guests and cast members alike. The animatronic was created and owned by an Orlando-based product development company, Real Simple Ideas LLC. This mini attraction was very cute and fun for everyone that was able to experience it. The animatronic was operated by 2 cast members that would walk near it. One of them worked the remote control that helped Push move, while the other cast member used a voice processor to change their voice to a high-pitched one so they could interact and talk with the guests. Sadly, back in 2014, Push was retired from the parks. The reason for this was that Disney and Real Simple Ideas were not able to renew a contract. According to Daniel Deutsch, the inventor of Push, there was an ambiguity in the contract regarding intellectual property rights. But whatever the reason was, the contract was not renewed and Push was sadly retired. Earlier this month, it was announced that Push had returned to the parks and appeared at Epcot in the Odyssey during the Food and Wine Festival. And while this new appearance is such a great Easter egg, and we love to see it, the truth is that the actual animatronic is not back. Instead, this new appearance is a trash can that talks to guests whenever they throw away their trash. So, while it's great to see Disney acknowledging such a missed character, it's not the same as seeing Push roam around the parks and actually interact with people along the way. Now, it's time to see number 1 on the list. But before that, we would like to thank Pixie Vacations for sponsoring this video. Visit your favorite animatronics with their help by working with a Pixie completely free. Link in the description. Number 1. It might be surprising to see that the Expedition Everest Yeti appears on this list after having also been voted by some of you as one of the most hated animatronics. But if you think about it, it makes total sense. After all, this animatronic appeared on the most hated list because we all agree that we miss the Yeti on A mode. See what we did there? So you decided that the Yeti is the most missed animatronic on this list. We've talked about this animatronic endlessly because it is such a modern marvel. But of course, it was even better before when it was in A mode, rather than now that we have the Disco Yeti. So even if the nickname is funny and cute, we would rather have the original animatronic. This animatronic is 25 feet tall and has 19 axes of motion that allowed it to move as much as a real creature as possible, making it one of the most impressive and advanced animatronics Disney had ever created at the time. It could swing out 5 feet and drop 18 inches in a simulated attack on the roller coaster train each time it zoomed through the mountain's core. You probably know all of these facts from watching other videos where we've talked about this fantastic animatronic. However, for all of you new viewers, we will let you know why. Even though this animatronic still exists, it's number 1 on our most missed animatronics list. You see, after a year of operation, this animatronic stopped working, so everything that made this creature amazing is not there anymore. The Yeti was changed to B mode, where it doesn't move. A strobe light is used to help it look like it's moving much more than it really is. So that's the reason why it is now called the Disco Yeti. So even if the animatronic is still there and honestly is still pretty imposing and scary, we all can agree that we miss the Yeti on A mode. And that's not all. If you really want to know more about animatronics and become an expert, you need to check out the most advanced animatronics in the world. Click here to check them out.